Hi everyone, today I'm going to be reviewing Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 5, Episode 11. So it's time for Scrap DELEON to go before the judge. And I'm nervous for him, and I can't imagine how he's feeling. See, this is why I stay away from trouble. Trouble's right here, and I'm like on the other side of the planet. I'm not getting in no trouble because I would mess around and have a heart attack going for the judge because I was like freaking out on his behalf. So the judge, he's, Scrap DELEON is like, I hope the judge is being lenient this day. He's in a good mood. Maybe he had him a good sandwich at lunch. Maybe he's, gonna be looking out for me. He gets up early saying how he's a good father. He got 2 boys that they look up to him. And I'm thinking, but you got these 2 boys look up to you, but you in front of the judge because you was in front of the judge because you was trafficking drugs. Okay, but anyway, the judge was like, I'm gonna give you 20 years, and I was like, oh snap. KK's over there look like she's doggone ready to doggone just whip her wig off and just beat the next person to her, but just like, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna give you 5 years behind bars, and the rest, you're gonna be on house arrest, and then you're gonna have and probation, or one of the two, and then you got to pay $100,000 fine. Now I'm thinking, where is he gonna get this from? Because I believe his only source of income may have been trafficking drugs and being on here. KK can't help because allegedly she was out here stealing people's identities, and now she headed to jail. So I guess like the bulk of like they deals gonna be on his little brother Saz. Like, what Saz gonna do now? I don't know how but his music is doing to where he can scrape over $100,000, I guess, over the course of these next 5 years. I don't know when Scrap DELEON has to pay it, but I was like, see, he was too calm up there for me. I would have been crying, wanting my mama. See, first of all, I wouldn't see myself in that situation because, like, I stay away from any type of crime. If you fit to do something, let me know so I can get up out of here before you even are attempting to do that. And we're gonna get this straight because, like, I don't do well. Like, I couldn't go in front of the judge. Like, I was over here nervous, about to have a heart attack on his behalf. So I know I messed around having a heart attack on myself if I was in front of the judge. Like, that's why I say I stay away from that kind of situation. Because, yeah, I see this right here. This is arm. This is not, jail material. This is arm. This right here, this shirt is cotton. See, me and jail, I don't like jail material. Jail material don't like me. So we have Mimi yet again in somebody's business. And whose business is? Like always, it is Stevie and Jocelyn's. Now, I told y'all last week, I've been telling y'all, Mimi, just stay out their business, your life will be better. Now she trying to convince us that, Stevie wasn't the reason her and Chris broke up. That is a lie right there, because you and Chris seem to be happy and all in love and whatnot. Been together for a year. And that year time, Stevie and Jocelyn was on the other side of the country. But as soon as these two get back in town, they having problems. Stevie need a place to stay, which, like, you supposed to be that person. You couldn't stay at the hotel. You couldn't, like, I'm pretty sure they got a days in, a holiday in. They even probably got a budget in there, so you couldn't stay there. So you done got it in your mind, yeah, I'm going to let Stevie stay here. See, Stevie know that you were a fool, that he can use you. I'm just saying that right now. There ain't no way in the world. But, yeah, she trying to convince us that Stevie and Jocelyn ain't the reason her and Chris broke up. Yeah, please. Now she done got on her Sherlock Holmes and being all detective-like and found out where, I think her name is Precious B. May, where the women stay at and all that stuff. See, Mimi, you have entirely too much time on your hand where you doggone detective and work on. I know that's, just roll with me, y'all. I'm in the zone, but you doing all this detective work on something that ain't got nothing to do with you. So I'm trying to figure out, like, what is going on. Like, maybe, like, you're really doing this. Like, we're, like, leaving our daughter, who we should be worrying about. We gonna hop in the car and go to this woman's house to figure out what's going on. And then when they get there, it was like the woman acts like surprised he was there. Like, she opened the door. She's like, oh, my goodness. Like, okay, really? They didn't tell you to come? I didn't believe that one bit. And then they say no, we in the house. So you mean to tell me this was a surprise, coming up to your house? This is a big surprise to you. But they stopped filming so they can get you to sign over release form saying that you agree to be on the show. And then they resume back to filming. So they get there, they want to know what's good, and she was like, me like, where the baby is? She like, the baby upstairs. You want to see the baby? Then she was like, you know what? It ain't never been no baby. I ain't never met this man. I just want to be famous. Kim Kardashian did a sex tape, now she's famous and rich. Mimi did a sex tape, now she's famous. This is what I want to do. I want to be famous. And I'm sitting here like, it is sad in this day and age what people will go through just to be famous. Like, you lied just to get your name out there about Stevie J being the father of this non-existent baby because you want to be famous. I guess you got to be on TV for this like one episode. Now people know you are, but it's not a good thing. People like, girl, you did all that just to be famous for that like maybe 5 minutes you was on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And like, girl, really, that like that's the way I'm doing. But Mimi's like, oh my gosh, my good friend Jocelyn. I'm like, when did y'all become good friends? Cause like, wasn't she like attacking you and everybody she could like 2 seasons ago? But she shot that her good friend Jocelyn would lie about such a thing. So when they do get back to now, mind you, Stevie J's over there like, you just like messed up a good thing for me. You got my name out here saying I got a baby that I'm not taking care of. That's not cool, fam. So Mimi, she gets back to Atlanta, still investigating something that's nothing to do with her, and finds out that, hey, this other situation, this other woman is a complete false. So now she's mad that what her good friend Jocelyn has been lying to her. And I'm like, Mimi, why do you care? Oh my goodness. Like, talking about Mimi is so frustrating sometimes, y'all. Because, like, you done did all this because Jocelyn told you Stevie got 2 babies out there. Which, in all actuality, that has nothing to do with you or your baby. So, Mama D is on her matchmaking scheme yet again. She wants Scrappy and Betty Idol to be a couple. So, she didn't went over there and got to talking to Betty Idol. Betty Idol's like, we was talking, but like, Bambi got in the way. And this is when when did Mama D become anti-Bambi? I guess with Mama D, like, when you with my son, you family, I love you. But once y'all break up, like, I don't know you. You or who? Because she was like dogging Bambi talking about some the deer is back. And you know Betty Idol's just loving that because her and D. Smith don't like Bambi for whatever reason. Like, you don't like Bambi because she's friends with Tammy. And you and Tammy got into it because something her husband said. It's like, I'm 3rd generation don't like you. And it has nothing to do with you. It's just the people you surrounded by. I'm like, really? And then like, Mama, she's like, yes, I don't. Scrappy did this interview. We was talking about transgender people, and my best friend is transgender, and she just happened to have the clip on her, I guess, at any time when like she came up to somebody who knew Scrappy, so she can like throw it in their face, and then Scrappy was on there talking about transgender people. So Mama D, she decides, okay, this ain't good. You know, I'm all about the LGBTQ community. I ain't raised Scrappy to be that like that. So she goes to see Scrappy. She's mad. Like, I went to see Betty Idol, and Betty Idol told me some things about you being disrespectful. I didn't raise you like that. He was like, Mama, you raised me to be disrespectful. So now you mad that I'm being disrespectful? And he clarifies what he said. He's like, I have nothing I have nothing against people who are transgender. It is the people, like, let me know up front, like, what your situation is. Don't like us get together, then I found out when we finna do something. Like, he doesn't like the people who are hiding and not telling your whole self. Like, if they not wholly transition and they not all the way there. I'm not trying to be rude or disrespectful, but like, if they haven't fully all the way transitioned from man to woman, like full everything, let me know up front. Those are the people who don't like. He don't like the people who lie about their whole transgender sadness, and then y'all get together. It's like, about that. Hey, that's what he don't like. It's like he ain't homophobic or anything. It's just that's the way he feels. And he went to go see Betty Idol. And of course, Betty Idol got to have D. Smith there with her. I guess with them together, their powers are more strong. They're more shady together than apart. He goes there to see Betty Idol, but D. Smith is there, and he's like, he apologized. That's not how they feel. He's like, he explained himself. It's not that I have anything against transgender people. It's the people who lie about who they are and not being upfront about it at the beginning. He was like, you know, one day we all gonna get together and be friends and la 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 and all that good stuff. And she's like, how come that can't be today? He's like, because I'm not ready there to be that. I'm not ready for that today. And I understood what he was saying, like, be upfront about it from the beginning so I can make an decision. Of course, SCRAPP be like, yeah, I ain't gonna do that. But there's some people out there, maybe they were like, okay, you was this way, you going that way, I can get with you, but like, be truthful about it. That's what his whole stance was. So we have Joseline and Don, and Joseline, you know, tells her whole diabolical plan to get back at Stevie. She goes to tell us that she lied about Stevie having 2 babies out there because she knew Mimi was going to go back to Stevie, get mad at Stevie, and then put him on child support. Boom, that was her whole plan. And Donna's sitting there looking like, oh girl, yeah, but you know, in the back of her mind thinking like, you did all this just so he can pay child support, even though Mimi don't have him on child support. You thought Mimi was going to get so mad that, hey, I'm going to put him on child support. That's where she was going to get him mad. I'm going to get at you by making you take responsibility of doing something you should be doing already, even though Mimi don't want you to be doing that. I'm sitting there like, I don't know who is crazier in this situation. Mimi for trying to get her Sherlock Holmes on to get to the bottom of Stevie has a baby, or Joseline for putting this elaborate scheme together so Stevie will pay child support. I'm sitting there looking like, wow. And Dawn, you know, she is just like taking all this information in, you know, stirring it up in the back of her mind for when the time comes when she can use it against Joseline. Because I don't believe Dawn. Because Dawn has, when she be sitting there, it's like she be having this I'm up to no good look on her face. That I'm like, yeah, Joseline, you might not want to be telling Dawn all this stuff. Like, yeah, she's like helping you, you know, go to do something with Rick Ross. But like, I would be putting my good eye on Dawn. Y'all, Rashida just basically told Mimi, girl, you're stupid. I don't know why you continuously get into the drama that goes on between Stevie and Joseline. Because you know these two just break up just to make up. And you always get in a business as girl stop. You making a fool out of yourself. That's basically what she said. Because, you know, Mimi, you are always making a fool out of yourself when it comes to Stevie and Joseline and their relationship. Like, that ain't got nothing to do with you. That minute you found out he was with Joseline and didn't want your tail no more, that should have been the last interaction you should have had to do with their relationship. It should have been, if you and Stevie talk, it should be about your daughter, nothing else. Not him staying with you. Not you getting on your detective work and finding out what he got babies out there. Because you continuously, each and every season, continuously look stupid. And yeah, it's not always Stevie's fault that Mimi looks stupid. You know, she brings that upon herself, like that whole Nico situation. That was stupid. People make, I don't want to say, well, yeah, Mimi is stupid, but she allows people to make her look even more stupider. You feel me? And then, like, Rashida shows her a picture of Joseline with Rick Ross, and his hand was really close to her, you know, female areas. And yeah, then Stevie gets on the radio and was like, look here, me and Joseline, we wasn't married. We ain't never been married. That was just a whole hoax for the show. I'm letting it out now. We wasn't married. So I don't know how Joseline gonna take this, but Mimi seems more upset that he lied about being married to somebody else. Yeah, so yeah, anyway, that was the gist of the video. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment or a video response. And like always, I want to thank my subscribers and the people who watch my videos. I want you to like this video, comment, and subscribe. And share this video with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and here on YouTube. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.